Hi guys, welcome. This is just a quick video today because I stumbled across something that I think you guys will find really cool. I have been looking for a bracelet for my Fortis Marine Master that I have here. It's from the late 1960s, early 1970s, and it's 19 millimeters. And I really wanted to get a bracelet that was authentic to the time period. And if you want to get a vintage bracelet from that time, depending on what it is, those can be very expensive. But I have found one that is actually for the Omega Speedmaster that is made by Uncle Seiko. Now, as you can see, Uncle Seiko has made a flat link bracelet for the Omega Speedmaster in two different sizes. This is actually a 19 millimeter because this is 19 mil lugs on my Fortis Marine Master. But there is also a 20 millimeter one that you can get that will fit the modern day Speedmaster because those are 20 millimeter lugs on those. But I just think this is really cool that Uncle Seiko decided to manufacture this really very faithful to the original Speedmaster flat link bracelet that was on the ones from the 60s and the 70s. So I am a sucker for flat link bracelets. I think they are really cool. I like the way they play with the light. Of course, my Laurier Neptune has one, which I will show you a comparison between the two bracelets in just a moment. This is going to be all 316L stainless steel push pins. It is just a pressed metal clasp today with effectively 5 micro adjustments that you can use to size it. I actually did not take any links out of this for my 7 1/4 inch wrist. It is sized using just the micro adjustments on the clasp. So, you know, realistically, you can probably go up to about an 8-inch wrist on this one, and I think you would most likely be fine. So here with it compared to the Laurier Neptune, as you can see, it is much thinner. This is going to be much more accurate to what happened in the 1960s and 70s with the bracelets. See, the Laurier Neptune flat link looks fantastic, but this is vintage inspired, not a straight-on one-to-one copy of vintage. So this one is going to be your straight one-to-one copy of a vintage bracelet. But I just wanted to kind of show you the differences between those two flat links so you kind of know what you're getting into. So there are hollow end links on this one, and that is how I was able to get it to fit on my Fortis Marine Master. It doesn't fit exactly right, but I think that kind of adds to the like authenticity of you know, the bracelets from the 60s and 70s. They never fit right. There was always gaps, you know, things of that nature. Of course, I need to do a little bit more adjustment on this so it doesn't really pop up. It's not flying up completely, but I think it works okay on this particular watch. But obviously, this is not made for this watch. It's made for the Omega Speedmaster. So you shouldn't have any issues at all doing that. Now, because it's a hollow end link, you can probably get it to fit other watches that are 19 and 20 millimeters, as I have done here. So this is really going to give your watch a really cool vintage moon watchy type vibe. That cool vibe like when Buzz Aldrin was wearing his Speedmaster on the NASA supplied Velcro strap. Just really cool. And hey, does anybody ever remember that time where he admitted that we didn't go to the moon?
Why has nobody been to the moon in such a long time?
That's not an 8-year-old's question. That's my question. I want to know, but I think I know. Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened. And if it didn't happen, it's nice to know why it didn't happen.
Yeah, I'm going to cut him some slack on that one. He appears to be having a good time, if you know what I mean. So this is going to retail for $89 plus $4 shipping within the United States. I believe it's $13 to ship internationally. So you need to be aware of what you're getting for the $89. This is very, very authentic to original bracelets from the 60s and 70s. So be aware of that. It is very light. It is very flexible. It jingles, it jangles. The clasp is just a pressed metal clasp. This is not something, you know, that if you're a guy that likes hefty bracelets, this is not for you. This is to give your watch an authentic look from the time period of the 1960s or 70s. So if you're really into that, I think it's just wonderful. Really for the price. I saw there was another company, I can't remember the name of it, that was also doing this, but they were, you know, about $150. So I think Uncle Seiko's got this right around the correct price point. Because if you're going to get a vintage one, I mean, it's going to cost you, you know, $1,000, $1,500 to get an authentic Omega Speedmaster flat link bracelet. And that's just really outrageous for, you know, for what it is. But of course, if you have an Omega Speedmaster, you probably have the money to get that too. But certainly Uncle Seiko is giving you a much, much more versatile bracelet for a very good price. Now, there are two versions of this. This is all brushed, and then there is a brushed and polished version where the outer links are polished, which is the one I probably should have gotten to match this watch. But again, it comes in 19 mil and 20 millimeters. So guys, go to Uncle Seiko's website, check it out. It is a little pricey for you know, a watch bracelet, but of course strap codes bracelets are right in line with that, and to get a bracelet that looks like you stepped into a time machine and went to the 1960s and bought this from a store and then came out back to 2020. Well, I don't know why you would ever come back to 2020, probably 2021 or 2019. But anyway, yeah, it's very authentic. Even the logo of Uncle Seiko's U there is an homage to the Omega logo that is in the same spot on the original. But yeah, guys, just a little quick video today. I just really wanted you to take a look at this. I think it's absolutely fantastic. If you're into vintage watches, you have vintage watches, and you know, you got a 19 mil or a 20 and you want to give it a try, or on the Speedmaster, I don't think you can go wrong. I will see you next time, guys.